Now, for me, I'm not really sure if this works. And the reason why I'm not really sure this works is because you would have to put Florian Wirtz sort of as a left midfielder off the ball. Now, in our Florian Wirtz piece, we didn't actually mind him playing as a left winger in a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-3-3 because it meant he could situationally run inside and then get overlaps from Milos Kerkez. Now, I think this is a well more isolated option because he now becomes sort of inside with two of the midfielders and he's arriving from the left wing position. He's going to be doing a lot more work here. And for me personally, I just don't think it's sort of the best use. Now, I am going to caveat that and sort of say that it's maybe not impossible to do this because Hugo Eketike has said in his interview that he doesn't mind playing with a second striker. We all remember his relationship with Marmoush at Eintracht Frankfurt. We remember their 4-2-2-2, very Frankfurt-inspired 4-4-2 like this. Now, that's something that also Liverpool have done on the ball, in deep build-up. We mentioned this sort of when we were reviewing Slot last season, but these two players sort of dropping in here, wingers pinning wide and high. That is how Liverpool built up through the majority of last season. So whilst I don't think it's sort of out of question, I do think Eketike could play as the deeper player, maybe as the number 10, so it becomes a little bit more of a 4-4-1-1 or a 4-2-3-1, because we can get Eketike playing as that second striker. And because he's situationally playing so deep for Liverpool and getting so many touches of the ball, I don't think he's a player who has too much sort of bias to where he can receive. In the Arsenal game, he was stood sort of in these right pockets. We know about his quality over here. Can we sort of get him leading these transitions, asking the questions of the centre-halves, can they jump out onto him, and sort of making that space for Isak to run in behind? Maybe that can work, but I don't think, personally for me, that the 4-4-2 is sort of the best use of the quality that Liverpool have signed this window. And I actually don't think it's sort of a good use of Mohamed Salah in terms of, we need support around him, so we need to stodge out this midfield. We've seen Ryan Gravenberch sort of peeling out wide a lot against Arsenal when he was going forward. So we want to sort of still keep the bodies in here, and asking Mohamed Salah to sort of defend in these areas isn't a great use of his quality as of yet. So there's a lot to work with. There's a lot to play around with, and it's very, very exciting. I mean, it's a squad that's got so much talent in it now that it's almost, you've got different solutions for different games, and not everyone has to play all at once. We spoke about sort of Liverpool have to compete on all fronts this season after the transfer window they've had. Mohamed Salah is going to go to AFCON. Eketike, Isak. Isak has had his injury concerns, as we'll go on to speak about in a minute, but it's definitely got a lot of solutions in it, and I don't doubt that Arne Slot, it's particularly last season, he profiles his players so well. He puts them on a platform, he puts them in the positions, puts them in the right conditions, puts them in the spaces where they're going to play very, very good football.